Hi, Chef Justin Watson back at it, bringing you another quick and versatile recipe that's perfect for entertaining. In today's video, I will show you how to make cheddar cheese queso dip. We will start by making a roux. Start by melting 1 tablespoon of butter in a pan over medium heat. For those of you not familiar, a roux is a mixture of flour and butter used to thicken liquids. To the melted butter, add 1 tablespoon of flour and stir to coat it with the melted butter. It's important to cook the roux a bit so you don't end up with a starchy raw flour taste in the final product. Roux is often classified by its color: blonde, like we're making here, brown roux, that I like to use for making brown gravies, or even black roux that you mostly see in Cajun cuisine like for gumbo or étouffée. As you cook the roux longer, it gets darker and begins to smell and taste a bit nutty. The longer you cook a roux, the less thickening properties it has. So you would need a larger volume of brown roux than blonde roux to thicken the same volume of liquid to the same viscosity. Once the roux has cooked out and just begins to turn a very light blonde color, we will add 1/3 of the milk, stirring it as we add it. Once it comes to a simmer, it will thicken and we'll add another 1/3 of the milk and bring that back to a simmer again. Some basic rules for using a roux is to use opposite temperatures, so because we have a hot roux, we will add cold milk to it. If you have a simmering pot of liquid, you want to add a roux that has been cooled to room temperature. This is to help prevent the dreaded roux balls, unless you're trying to mimic grandma's lumpy gravy, of course. Finally, add the last of the milk and simmer it to the final consistency we are looking for. Season with 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Add 2 cups of shredded cheese and stir it in to melt and bring back to a simmer. Be cautious now, as the thickened mixture will stick to the bottom of the pan if the heat is up too high. Once the cheese comes up to a simmer, fold in your green chilies and transfer it to your serving bowl. This recipe is very versatile. By replacing half the milk with beer, you can make a beer and cheese dip. Leave out the chilies to make it kid-friendly and drizzle it over broccoli or add it to pasta for homemade mac and cheese. Replace the cheddar with Swiss and make cheese fondue. Thank you again for watching. If you haven't checked out the recipe for garlic and herb hummus or caramelized onion dip, I will leave a link to a playlist here. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this recipe. If you want to see more content, hover over my chef's hat and hit that subscribe button. And remember, mise en place, it's a way of life.